Good morning. My name is Mary Ann Williams. I am course coordinator for continuing education programs at Muskegon Community College, and we want to welcome you today to our Community Outreach Update Show. On this show, we are excitedly sharing with you our ideas and our works that we're doing in Muskegon County. We're excited today because we have a very special guest with us. We have Kelly France. She currently works for Muskegon County Community Mental Health as the Clinical Services Supervisor of Transition Age Services. Kelly is a licensed master's level social worker as well as a certified advanced alcohol and drug counselor in the state of Michigan. Kelly has been a co-chair of the Saving Lives, Embracing Children Collaborative since its birth in 2011. Thank you, Kelly, for being with us today and for taking time out to share with us and help us to understand exactly what this collaborative is. So can you tell us exactly what is Saving Lives, Embracing Children, Creating Trauma-Informed Care? Can you tell us why and how did this happen to come to be?
Sure. It all actually started with the Child Abuse Council in Muskegon County. They had an idea that they wanted to put on a conference for Muskegon County back in early 2011. And what they really wanted to do was do an education about the 5 protective factors and how we in Muskegon could start adapting those 5 protective factors throughout our community. And so they invited some partners from Muskegon County to the table to talk about what this conference might look like. And I was lucky enough to be able to go to that conversation, and immediately we started talking about how the 5 protective factors are also really trauma informed in everything about them. And working on being trauma informed is something that community mental health is very interested in. And so our agendas fit really well together, and we started moving towards having this conversation of not only teaching the 5 protective factors, but also weaving in this trauma-informed initiative also. And we had a wonderful conference called Saving Lives, Embracing Children, Muskegon County's Call to Action in September of 2011. Our feedback from the community was really positive, and they were asking for more opportunities to learn, more opportunities to collaborate with each other. And so here we are still in 2013 putting on different education opportunities for the community.
That's wonderful. Can you tell us exactly what those protective factors are? Can you identify any of those?
Oh yeah, so they're all family-centered, child-focused. Number 1 is nurturing and attachment. Number 2 is the knowledge of parenting and child development. Parental resistance is number 3. Parental resilience, not resistance. Social connectedness and having concrete support in the community.
That sounds wonderful. I think that we are very excited to be a part of that. Can you also tell me who are the members of this collaborative? Can you name some of them?
That's a really good question. We have quite a variety of membership throughout the community. And of course, we all have our real jobs that have duties too, so our membership waxes and wanes, but we have pretty solid foundation membership from Community Mental Health, the Child Abuse Council, Department of Human Services, the Muskegon Area Intermediate School District, Great Start, Pathways, Mercy Life Counseling. I feel bad naming some because I'm sure I'm not going to name everyone. Public Health. We also have foster parents that participate in the planning and on our collaborative. We have a really wide representation from across the community.
Well, that is wonderful, and it sounds like you've got enough involvement of resources that can really generally help the public. So we're excited about that. Can you tell us if there's a mission and what that mission is for the group?
Sure. Our mission has been an evolution for us. Like I said, we started with just 1 training on our agenda, and we've kind of grown and are responding to what really the community is telling us they want to see more of. And we also just enjoy our time together too, to be able to collaborate. So our mission would be to make sure that this conversation that we've started with each other and with the community at large, that it continues and that it leads to a cultural shift in Muskegon County where everyone is looking at the 5 protective factors and being trauma informed in all the work we do.
Oh, wonderful. And I noticed that with some of the things that we've talked about in the past, we find that not everyone knows about a lot of the resources in Muskegon County. So we have a great deal of people coming to the table that can help spread the word. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's been one of the most positive effects personally in being a part of the collaborative is we get when you're in your day-to-day job, you get to understand your piece of the puzzle really, really well. For example, at Community Mental Health, I get to understand what opportunities individuals might have when they come seek services with Community Mental Health. I get to understand that side of services really well, but I don't get to understand the school district very well and what all they offer, or the Child Abuse Council or Department of Human Services. And so it's been a wonderful opportunity for us to collaborate with each other and educate each other on what services we offer, where the gaps of services are. It's just been a really great opportunity. And then we go back to our respective work homes and spread the word and create a culture where we all are taking responsibility for knowing what this community offers and not just operating in our little box.
Oh, that's wonderful. Breaking down silos sounds. Yeah. Now, how can the objectives of this group help engage the community?
I think there's a lot of opportunities to engage the community. First of all, we're really responding to what the community is asking for. With that first conference we had a complete forum to give feedback as to what was helpful, maybe where we missed the ball. And so now we continue to ask for feedback every time we have a conference or an educational opportunity, and then we always offer membership into our committee to be involved in the planning process. So there's a lot of opportunity for not only us to give information, but then get information back, and we analyze that. We put it. We spend a lot of hours talking about where our efforts should be spent now. One thing we all would realize about Muskegon is that there's a lot of great people and agencies in Muskegon trying to help, and so it's really wonderful to be able to see what everybody's doing and then what could we take from this and give back to the community so that they know what's going on as well. And we've been able to bring some great presenters from across the country in to speak to Muskegon, and that's been really wonderful.
And that sounds exciting. I'm excited about it. I guess it's easy to say if only the schools would do this and if only DHS would do this, but working as a collaborative brings everybody to the table. So what are you working on now to help bring you closer to the mission?
We are working on a conference that's going to be this September, on September 16th, and I'd love to introduce my coworker to tell you more about that.
Okay, that'll be wonderful. We're excited at MCC to be a part of this collaborative and to be the host educational facility, and so we want to be able to let you know once again that it's called Saving Lives, Embracing Children, Creating Informed Trauma Care, and that helps all of our children in the city of Muskegon and the county and surrounding counties as well. Well, we certainly thank you, Kelly, for being with us. Do you have any closing remarks before we bring our next guest?
No, thank you. I appreciate being here.
Okay, thank you very much for coming to talk with us today. Welcome back, and we've got another exciting guest with us today in another part of this great collaborative, and her name is Lauren Meldrum. And Lauren is the Customer Service Department of Mental Health Services of Muskegon County. Lauren has earned a Master's of Public Health from the University of Michigan, after which she worked in Chicago for 2 years as an educator with the Teach for America program. She has worked locally and internationally as a health educator and coordinated communications and social marketing efforts for Kent County's System of Care for Youth and Families. Born and raised in Muskegon, she is passionate about our community and excited to be living and working in her hometown. Lauren strongly believes in taking an integrated, collaborative approach to supporting youth and families, which is why she jumped at the chance to participate on the Saving Lives Committee when started at Muskegon CMH 6 months ago. Well, Lauren, hello. What an impressive background you have. Thank you for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We are excited that you are a part of us. Your experience brings a lot of talent. Can you begin by telling us about the Better Together?
I would love to. The Better Together program is a really innovative wellness program that Muskegon and Ottawa Community Mental Health, as well as Hackley Community Care Center, are participating in. And it's funded by an integrated health grant from the state. And in this program, we have 75 staff from our partnering organizations who have actually been trained by Access Health health coaches and then paired up with individuals who receive services from our organizations. And so those partnerships are working together towards physical health goals such as losing weight or quitting smoking. And so it's been a really awesome program seeing people come together and working together. And the need came about for this because research has shown that individuals with severe and persistent mental illness tend to die on average 20 years before their peer counterparts who do not experience mental illness, but that's due to physical health concerns and not the mental health concern itself. And so we know now more than ever how closely linked all aspects of health are, and that we really need to look at the whole person and work on all aspects of health and not just focus on one area. And another reason is that we fully expect our staff to support their clients to work on both their mental and physical health, but that can be really difficult when staff are struggling with their own health. And so with this model, there's opportunity for both staff and clients to be supported in their health. And so through Better Together, staff and clients have access to free gym memberships, such as at the Y, or there's some area gyms like Planet Fitness and Snap Fitness. There are several different classes on site at our organizations, such as line dancing, aerobics, yoga, and meditation. Wow. There's also been some nutrition classes, and there's smoking cessation available. So a lot of opportunities for people, and we've seen a lot of success with the program so far.
That's wonderful. So the purpose of this conference, the Better Together conference, what is the purpose, and who would be the targeted audience?
That's a great question. This has been a true collaboration between the Saving Lives Committee as well as the Better Together program. It was written in this grant that we would provide staff, clients, but also the greater community some education on what it means to be in recovery from mental illness and what trauma-informed care is and what secondary trauma is, which is the effect of being exposed to individuals who are undergoing traumatic experiences. Even though it's not a direct trauma for that person, it can take a toll of working with others who are experiencing some hardship and crisis. And so that is part of the grant, is to really educate our community. And this conference provided a really great opportunity to work in partnership with the Saving Lives Committee to do just that. And another thing that's very important is that taking care of yourself. A lot of times people who are in the helping profession or just in their personal life, we don't stop and we don't really take care of ourselves. And so this conference is a blend of learning more about trauma-informed care, but also that self-care piece of how can we re-energize, motivate, and inspire ourselves to move forward in a productive way.
That's wonderful, and I think that that's been a passion of mine as well, because self-care is very important. We have to remember that we are the #1 person in any equation, so we really appreciate you. In short, can you tell us what the attendees, what will they take from this conference?
Sure, so our hope is that they will take away some skills, some resources, some concrete strategies for better taking care of themselves, and also some new information on trauma and secondary trauma and how to reconcile that and to move forward in their personal and professional lives. And I would add on to that we're really encouraging anyone, this is relevant for anybody, definitely teachers, social workers, child welfare, juvenile justice workers, child care providers, really anyone in a helping profession or who in their personal life could use a little bit of self-care.
Wonderful. So we appeal to anyone to attend because all of us are caregivers in some way or another. Is that correct?
I would agree with that for sure.
Yes. And who was the keynote for the day?
Well, we are very fortunate that we have Laura Vandernoot Lipsky coming, and she is a national pioneer in the trauma field. And she wrote the book, Trauma Stewardship, an Everyday Guide to Caring for Self While Caring for Others. And so she described to us that about 10 years ago, she experienced what she says was a near psychotic break. And that was a result of viewing and being intimately involved with the trauma and crisis of others without tending to her own needs. And so she decided to really turn her research to the cumulative toll that individuals experience when exposed to trauma over time and the effect on individuals and groups and how to really deal with that. That's what she'll be covering in the keynote, and it's going to be very fast-paced. It's going to cover a lot of ground, and then she's going to do a follow-up breakout session where participants will be able to choose their breakout. But in that session, she'll go even deeper into that, and she'll focus on ways to reconcile and transform that exposure to trauma. And so we have a lot of other breakouts as well, and some of those are focused around self-care. We have hypnosis for weight loss.
Wow.
We have a veterans task force. We have hula hooping and qigong, which is a Chinese form of meditation. There's a yoga and meditation breakout session, and there's health screens with chair massages. And so participants can choose their top 3 of many different choices, and then they'll be assigned to 2 of those breakouts for the day.
Well, that's wonderful. So how does one register, and what is the cost?
Well, to register, you're going to go to MCC's website, and I must say that MCC has just been so awesome. You've been so awesome working with us.
Well, thank you. It's my honor.
Everything from the food to the website has been seamless, and so you'll go to MCC's continuing education page, and from there you're going to go near the bottom and click on conferences, and it's the Better Together Embracing Total Wellness link. And like I said, you're going to choose your top 3 breakouts for AM and PM. The cost is $25. If you want continuing education credits, then it's $35. And with that comes a healthy continental breakfast and also a healthy lunch. And so it's sure to just be an awesome day, and we hope that as many folks as can come out and join us.
Well, thank you, Laura. You've really enlightened us today, and we really thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank
we
you.
also want to take time to thank your coworker, Kelly France, for stopping by and for sharing with us this important information. And once again, we just want to let you a little bit know that the title of this collaborative is Saving Lives, Embracing Children, Creating Trauma-Informed Care. And once again, the Office of Community Outreach and Continuing Education want to thank you, all of our community resources that will be available on that day that make up this collaborative. And we are certainly honored to be host to you and to help you have a seamless day and a great day on our campus. And with that said, again, we would just want to invite you to come out on September 16th. The conference will begin at 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Share in this conference. It's titled Better Together, Embracing Total Wellness, because we all need to take time to replenish, to rejuvenate, and refuel ourselves so that we can continue to do what we do, and that's helping others. So we desperately need you to come out and be with us. Lauren has done a great job. Kelly has given us some inside facts on how you can be a part of this. So join us as we go focus on community outreach again this time next week, and we talk to other members of our community. We are MCC TV, and I am Mary Ann Williams, CE Course Coordinator. Thank you for listening, and together we can.